Well, folks, no sense of beating around the bush. You've waited for it, and you knew it was coming. So here it is. Victor Von Doom's Sailor Moon versus Victor Von Doom. That's right, the big bad himself. Let's get things started. Chapter 1, Part 1. The Betrayal! Betrayal! Oh, no, everybody betrayed me. And, oh, I see how it is. It's gonna be like that, is it? Guys, look at the lake. Do you see how horrible the background is? It's a dark blue on a starry background. You wanted to start off torturing my poor little eye sockets? Why? Just why? Oh, ow. Luckily, I have a backup plan. I'll just highlight everything here. And I think we've got everything fixed. As my laptop continues to start loading up for a few minutes. There we are. Now, let's read properly. Now, Sailor Moon! Did you start off without me? If you need a moment to get started, I'll wait in the back lot. Lunar! Healing! Action! Tuxedo Comet was able to distract the creature, allowing Sailor Moon to use the silver crystal to restore the creature to its human form. Oh, so it's gonna be that, is it? Good job, Sailor Senshi. Now it's time to go. Then Tuxedo Comet left it the... Vic, this is our last round together. Do you think, just this once, you could use the word left? Not lefted, left. Just this once. It's a favor to me, to the audience. After this, the Sailor Senshi moved to a deserted alley to transform into their normal selves. But what they didn't notice was the metal bird who was above them recording everything that happened that afternoon. Then the girls returned to their respective homes, and the bird headed toward a mountain located in Central Asia, a country known as Latveria. His destiny was his destination, not his destiny. His destiny means that he is going to be something. Was a man named Doomstadt, home of the ruler of that country, Victor Von Doom, better known as Dr. Doom, A servant let him know the arrival of his bird. My lord, your search for Dr. has returned. It looks like this time it found something useful. Bring it here at once. Yes, my lord. Moments later, he returned with the bird and pressed a button on the back of it. This activated a projector that showed him everything that happened a day earlier. Outstanding. Finally, I have found the jewel I have been looking for. Are you sure, my lord? I mean, you've been looking for a very lot of things. You've been looking for a way to get to Mephisto's realm, the Beyonder, the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, put this under one of 100 things. Yes, after all these years, I have been looking for a jewel which has a power similar to my emerald, so I can have enough power to take over the world. Find out more about them, especially the blue-haired one. She looks to be the smartest of the group. Maybe I could get her to help me. I will do so at once, sir. Then he left the area and headed towards a lavatory to talk to the scientists about the orders of Dr. Doom. My lord wants to find out more about these girls' silver mate. What? Create another source device. What's Silvermane doing there? Is this part of the huge gigantic reboot that Marvel's planning? Because if it is, we need to have talks. Yes, I know all about the reboot. Again, I feel like, I wonder if this is how Kara feels. The worst timing ever! I've got one right here. This little bug has a microphone in it. If we could put it in one of the girls, then we could get our information our lord wishes to have. They then said that the Iron Falcon... You know, the way that Falcon's been capitalized, I'm right now thinking that Falcon got upgraded with some metal armor. With another mission. Locate the Senshi and put the bug on Ami. Meanwhile, the girls Where were they? Were they over there? Were they over there? Were they over there? In the Cherry Hill Temple, having some tea cakes.
So, Serena, How were you in the test today?
Asked Tommy. Well, ellipses I, ellipses ellipses you know, ellipses it, ellipses was a little hard and ellipses. You,
You failed again, didn't you? I told you to study, but no. You went to the arcade to play all afternoon.
Ami, you okay? That was a little rude of you. Sweetie, has the fanfic been getting to you?
I don't like to say, and now you're mean like rye with me.
Would you prefer wiht? Take it easy, will ya? Can't you do anything other than cry? Makoto? Are you alright? You're a little more angry. Luna and Arm is arrived to the scene. Well, what is going on here? Usagi failed the test again, answered Ray. As usual. You look tense. Why don't you go out to the park and have some air? I have some fresh air conditioning. Good idea. Maybe what we need is to take some air. Airtime! Woo! With this in mind, the girls left the temple and headed towards the park. Someone else was around too. It was Stu's Falcon, who found the girls in the park and followed them until they stopped to take a seat on the grass. Seeing this, the robot opened a small door, allowing the bug to crawl out of it, and moments later crawled into Ami's sweater. Ooh! After a few minutes of fun and games, everybody went home. Period. I can say this, at least there's been some periods lately! The Doom stopped. Dr. Doom decided it was time to start his master plan to get to Quincisho. Why wait 3 months?
Prepare my ship. I am going to Tokyo.
Yord. Yes, my lord. Moments later, Doom left it in his ship, the Death Messenger, which is so totally the name of my rock band, and headed towards Japan. At the same time, the girls were on their way home after school. Wow. That sentence was absolutely grammatically correct. Good job.
What a day!
Shrina shouted.
What do you mean? It was a normal day for me.
Answered Ami. Every day is a normal day to you, genius, replied Minako. Then Ami went home, and the rest of the girls continued on their way. What she didn't expect to see was that the visitor was waiting for her at home.
Well, I'm home at last. Now I prefer to something to eat and ellipses.
Welcome home, Amy Anderson.
She saw 6'7" men. You know, I was going to compliment that so far there wasn't really that many bad grammatical mistakes, but nope! Then the fic proceeds to revamp my hatred of you!
Who are you? And what are you doing in my house?
Allow me to present myself. I am Victor Von Doom, ruler of Latveria. I am here to ask you for your help in my quest to conquer the world!
So, we had Darkseid on the couch, now we've had Von Doom on the couch! Gee, now all we need is Thanos on the couch.
Me? How could she help you? I'm just a girl with no power at all.
Come on, Ami. Or should I call you Sailor Mercury?
Ami was shocked. She never heard of this man, but he knew her secret identity. She decided to lie. If Von Doom exists in this universe, then how could she not have known about him?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Sailor Mercury. I don't even know who she is.
Indeed. Then tell me, why do you possess this?
Using his telekinetic... I'm going to chalk that up to a spell, because if I don't, I'm going to bash my head in. Ami's transformation pen out of her purse.
That's a gift my friend gave me.
If so, then take it with your right hand. Lift it up the words and say Secret Mercury Power. Make it up.
Note from the author. I am working on the basis that the Sailor Scouts need to lift the pen with their right hand in order to make it work. That is very interesting to know. Thank you, Mr. Doom. I am so glad you needed to tell me this. Thank you, that you are a very interesting fic. She knew that was stupid to keep lying and transform from Doom. No, you could have kept lying and he would have found some other way.
Okay, now tell me what you want from me.
I've been studying you and your friends for a long time, and I know how unfair your friends are with you. They keep you on the team because you are smart. They don't like you because you don't have many fighting skills, because you don't have the strength of Jupiter, or the guts of Mars, or the beauty of Venus. But I want to help you get me to get Caesar so you can and I can rule the world. Your genius and mine are a combined winning imitation.
You're a liar. My friends didn't like me for what I am and what I got. And be sure one thing, I'm not going to help you.
Is that so? Then let me show you what your friends did today after they left you here.
That's your. You want to put in ownership, you put in you are. Using his telekinetic powers to get more like magic, but you know what? Nope, never mind. He showed Sailor Mercury the scene that took place minutes after her departure.
So, now that we got the bookworm, let's go have some fun. You're right, Serena. Now that there's no one to spoil the fun,
Answered Renako.
I agree with you girls. Ami is the most boring person I have ever met. Remember the time we went to Love Cruise? Getting with her was my worst mistake. Now next time, I'll go with Serena so I can have some fun.
Said, raised mother from up above in heaven. Ami couldn't hold the tears on her eyes. Why would you want to? Couldn't you hold it a
Stop it. Stop it. This is not true. You're making this up, aren't you?
I am not. What you see is the truth. I would nothing with lies.
Ellipses, can't be ellipses. All I did for them, ellipses. If this is what I get, ellipses.
Come with me, and you will be respected. If you help me, I will make you my queen, and no one will ever insult you again.
With some doubts, Ami accepted.
I'll get the green seashell for you. Meet you in the park tomorrow at 5 p.m.
So be it.
The next day, when the girls were going back home from school, they noticed that Ami was unusually silent.
Are you okay, Ami? You are unusually silent. I'm okay. Could you come to my house for a minute, Yasaki?
Of course, what's up?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Moments later, Ami and Serena were alone. Where alone? Where were they alone? Were they over there? Were they over there? Were they over there? In the living room of Ami's home.
Serena, could you please sell me the green seashell?
What for?
I just want to see it.
Okay, here. Having the crystal in her hands, Ami transformed.
Mercury power. Make up.
Serena was surprised.
What's going on? Mercury bubbles. Blast.
I can't see a thing. Why are you doing this? At the same time, the rest of the girls were about to knock on the door to give Serena just once. I want somebody to give this fake a dictionary and learn how to conjugate. She dropped minutes before, but they were shocked when they saw Ami running out of the house, transformed to Sailor Mercury with the great Shicho in her hands. Right, you and the others who are inside, who inside, find out what's going on here. I'll go after Ami. Ray, you come with me. She followed Ami to the park and was horrified to see her giving the great Shicho to Doom. What are you doing? Did you lose your mind?
I don't want to see any of you ever again. And tell Serena that the bookworm is smarter than she is. Neither.
What are you talking about? But before she could answer, both were lifted by a light beam emanating from the Death Messenger. I would imagine Doom would actually take an airplane, not a ship called the Death Messenger. That's too much obvious. Meanwhile, at Ami's house, Serena, what's happening here? Asked Rai. Ray, on the other hand, was busy curious as to who this new girl was.
I don't know.
Ami asked me for the silver crystal, and then when I gave it to her, she transformed and used her powers against me.
Why would she do something like that?
I think I know, Mina.
Lita! Where's Ami?
She gave the crystal to a man in silver armor, and then we're both transformed and sit above them. I don't know how she found out about what we said before when we got back here. Wait. They really said that? They really said that? They Why does this fic continue to do this to my favorite Senshi? Why? Oh, God, no. And I'm not even off the first chapter. Oh, God.
What? You told me all that stuff about her being a bookworm or a boring person, do you?
I'm afraid so, Yasaki. Now we must find her and make things clear. Said Makoto's mom from up in heaven? Luna and Armis arrived moments later.
What's this all about? We were waiting for you at the temple.
Ellipses. Where's Ami?
Asked Luna. She betrayed us. She gave the Shiso to a man in silver armor.
How many dooms are there? People, this is not me slipping up. It really says 2 amen. Maybe they're praying. I want to be praying too. What? Why did she do that? Said Makoto's mom from up in heaven. Wait a minute, Luna. Leia, please describe the man in armor. Well, he was about 6'7", wearing a metal mask and a green cape.
Does he look a little obvious?
I'm going to show you a picture of Dr. Doom. Yeah, that's the man. He left it with Ami.
God almighty, we're in serious trouble. That's Dr. Doom of Dr. Doom, ruler of Latveria. The legend is true. He indeed exists.
Vic, Von Doom is ruler of Latveria. He goes to the UN. He goes to various embassies to talk about his country. I know you don't realize this, but he is a ruler. He does have his own country. He is a pretty big deal. Ruler of where?
Latveria is a country located in Central Asia, closer to Tibet.
No, it's in Europe. Closer to Transylvania. That's why his mother is a gypsy.
I thought that was a legend, but I now know that it is not.
What makes you think it was a legend? He has embassies in the UN and in other countries. They make deals. They are fully recognized by the world as a legitimate country. Dr. Doom possesses a tool with a power similar to the Gwen Shiso. What? This tool is an emerald known as the Dragon's Egg. What? But if he combines that power with the Gwen Shiso and the Dragon's Egg, there will be nothing that can stop him.
Well, except for maybe the Avengers.
Luna couldn't control her anger. Now, all of you tell me why Ami gave the crystal to him.
We're not entirely sure, but I think somehow she found out about something we said after she left. But we were joking.
What? Joking? What is this joking?
We never met anything.
Said Ryusu as he appeared out of nowhere. Next time, think before you talk. Now look at what you did. Look at what you did, meanies. The world's in trouble, a terrible danger thanks to all of you.
Meanwhile, in Doomstat.
You, well, Ari, you have been a good girl by giving me the crystal. Now I must prepare my troops to attack Tokyo and start my quest for the Earth. Now, as for you, guards, take her to the torture room. I want to know all about her and her friends.
Haven't you been watching her for 3 months? It was a lie. You made me betray my friends. You're a monster. Mercury bubbles, blast! Ami created a huge cloud that blocked the view of the guards, but not the view of Doom.
I'm sorry, Ami, but I don't need to see you to stop you.
Using the advanced view system of the armor, Doom saw Ami's location, and firing a laser blast, she made Ami fall to her knees, leaving her defenseless.
Oh, how tedious. I feel your nuances and reinforces me to retract my magnanimous offer to let you live.
Victoria Von Doom. Then the guards take her to the torture room. We use electric shocks to make her talk. No. No. Just, no. Nope. No. Doom would never. No, not Doom. No. After an hour of sufferment. You know, I don't know what's worse. The fact that I really thought this was a word, or I actually checked this word out on Google, and I got about 2,961 searches. Her body was bleeding, and she was hanging from 2 chains. She felt the pain in her chains in her shoulders and arms, and said, "Hey, I got a new favorite!" Meanwhile, the singer said she were at the Cherry Hill Temple when a voice came from a television receiver located in their room.
I have granted you, Sailor Moon, 1 week to surrender to the rule of Doom, and to find out why my gender changed.
Or your friend will die.
The girls watched Amy in sufferment in Doom's torture room. "No, Ami!" said Maud from out of nowhere.
Don't worry about me. I deserve this. ellipses, pa, ellipses, nis, ellipses, men, ellipses, for what I did.
Then she fainted. To be continued. Everybody with me now. Ellipses! I swear if I actually had the technology, I would do the ellipses as a counting gag. But unfortunately, I don't. And here we go again, folks. When the sailor Senshi saw Ami in the torture room, they decided they didn't have a choice, and they wanted to save Ami. They must move quickly. One of them disagreed. I think we must leave her to suffer for her treason. Everyone stared at Leia. Makoto was the one who said that.
Mr. User, wait, I don't believe this. He's actually gone! I think we did it. I think we finally found a sentence so stupid, so irreversibly dumb that he just ran off! Oh well, I guess the great and powerful Trixie will have to take over until he comes back. Serena couldn't hold herself and holding Luna by her blouse. Ooh, now we're getting kinky. What? Is there any way to show your friendship to Ami? You are a monster, like the one who's hurting her. She is suffering terrible pain, and the only thing you could say is that we should leave her there. She was so mad she didn't notice that she was choking Makoto. Let ellipses go, ellipses of, ellipses me, ellipses your, ellipses choking, ellipses me. You're nothing but scum, Makoto. I don't want to help her, then you consider yourself out of the team. We're all for one and one for... She couldn't finish Ray Minako pushed them apart. She couldn't finish the Ray. Well, I could finish her, but I need plenty of time. Leia fell to her knees, while the others were trying to hold Serena away from her. Then Makoto stood up and walked toward her. If this is what you want, then here is your stupid pen back. I never liked traitors, so if your attitude is that, then I'm leaving. Minako tried to make her stay. Wait a minute, Makoto. What about our friendship? Why didn't you calm down a little and think about what you just said? I told you already. I don't like traitors. If she is going to save her, then I quit. Sayonara bye-bye. Can I come with you? Then she left the temple and headed toward her apartment. Meanwhile in the temple, Ray, Serena, and Minako were planning what to do to rescue Ami. The first thing we must do is locate Dune's manor and get there to save Ami. But Luna, she said from appearing out of nowhere. Let me see you teleported. Without Ami, how are we going to locate that place? On a map? He lives in the country's capital. It's freaking right here. You can study it. Megan, could you come over here? Yeah? Where's Latveria on the map? Oh, right here in the middle of Europe, right next to Transylvania. See, right there. I can even pinpoint the capital for you. All we need to do is talk to Tony Stark, and we can find it. I know the way to that place. It's an Aramis. How do you know it?
Before the destruction of the Doom Kingdom, there was a scientist known as Von Doom. He was the best, and it was soon that he helped the Dark Kingdom to attack us back then. A few weeks ago, I heard about a mana located in Central Asia, and I decided to take a look. But when I got there, I saw one of the doors the symbol of the Von Doom family. I thought I knew it was just a small security until now.
Wait, is that the origin we're going with Von Doom on this? This is a bigger insult to continuity than the freaking Optimus universe! Who would do such a thing? Why would you? No! You didn't have to connect it to the freaking Dark Kingdom! Now I can see why he's gone! Twilight! You get over here and take over! I can't deal with this stupidity! Huh? Oh, sure. So, if you know how to get there, we must get on our way, Artist Serena. Meanwhile, in Doomstadt...
The first part of my plan was successful. Now I must start the second one.
Doom headed toward the torture room where Ami had been tortured hours before. Once there, he ordered his guards to free her from the chains where he was holding her against the wall. She looked terrible. Part of his uniform...
Okay, so now we're dealing with Andy, who is Sailor Mercury, was burned by the electricity shocks he received. While his wrists were bleeding due to the pressure of the chains, he was barely aware of the presence of Doom. Then she used her mental powers to erase all her memories that were past life. Because Doom can do that, apparently. Then he ordered her guards to take her to her room. Oh, dear Princess Celestia. Today I learned never to let Doom write another fic ever. 2 hours later, Ami awakened in a room with blue walls and pictures of her fighting the Sailor Senshi. Where am I? Your impression of his voices are horrible! I'm trying to do my best. I can't change voices on the fly like he can.
You're home, my queen.
Queen, I don't understand. Who are you? And then she saw herself in a mirror. She was wearing a blue dress with diamonds and other jewels.
You are Ami, my queen, and I am Victor Von Doom, ruler of Latveria.
Who are the people I'm fighting in these pictures? Which I should say these pictures, because this denotes singular.
They are our enemies, and they want to take over the world!
Of course!
They're on their way here to attack us, so I have to be ready for them.
In the meantime, Serena and the others, now transformed into Sailor Senshi, were on their way to the mare. They used their power to teleport in the mountain near the mare. They climbed to the mountain until they were just meters away. Then, front door!
My Lord Sailor Moon! My Lord Sailor Moon!
That's right, you bow before Sailor Moon.
And the other Sailor Senshi have arrived. Very well. Send the first squadron to test them.
Yes, my lord. Outside?
Okay, girls, let's go. We must be careful. We can be attacked at any minute now, said Pinkie Pie from out of nowhere. Suddenly, dozens of soldiers with black and green uniforms strike the girls. What is this? We're trapped. Where are you trapped? Are you trapped over there? Are you trapped over there? Are you trapped over there? Not if we could do something about it. Fire Soul! Crescendo Beam! In seconds, the attack of both Sailor Senshi destroyed half of the squadron Doom sent to test them, while the rest ran away in panic. Oh my, those poor soldiers are all dead. I hope this actually has any repercussions later on in the story.
My lord, our soldiers were destroyed by the Sailor Scouts.
As I thought. Very well. Allow them to enter the manor and get here.
But sir, this is not dangerous.
I ordered you to allow them to get here and not tell me if what I do is too dangerous or not. My vulnerability scanner has just blocked my view of the fic. Terrified by the display of anger of his master, he obeyed his order without hesitation. At the same time, Ami entered the room. What is going on here, my dear? Nothing, my sweet queen. It's just that
the main Sailor Scouts are here, and they want to destroy us.
Don't worry. I'll take care of them personally. I have a score to settle with them. Doom's work was starting to show its results. He brainwashed Ami and put her into a different story. That's just how the story goes. A story that made Ami think that Serena and the others were her enemies, and that she was married to him for a long time. Then Ami transformed into using a new pen. It was her old pen that Dem used to modify, using the power of the Dragon's Egg to give her new and enhanced powers. Thank you, but I don't think parentheses works like that. She looked totally different. His uniform was green. The only blue part of it was his ribbon. Then he headed toward the garden to face his former friends. Sam and the others were in the garden. There, they saw Andy walking towards him. Sam ran toward her, attempting to hug him. But before he could get any closer, Andy attacked the Sailor Senshi with his newfound power.
You! Blast action!
Before Sam could do anything, Sailors Venus and Mars were frozen along with Una and Artemis.
Hey, why are you doing this? You are our friends.
Yo, Leia! You want me to destroy me and my wife? I'll protect my kingdom with my life if I have to.
What are you talking about? What wife? What kingdom are you protecting?
See, this is what happens when you don't use proper pronouns. What is going on here?
I'm not here to offer any such questions. I'm here to destroy you and your friends.
Jupiter! Thunder! Crash! A lightning bolt flew through the air and hit Ami in the chest, making her hit a wall and almost fall down and knock out. What are you doing? You want to kill her? I knew you couldn't handle this by yourself, so I came by to help you. But I got your pen right here. How did you transform? I gave you a fake one. Just no. No. Meanwhile, Ami recovered from the shot and prepared to battle. Noticing this, Serena walked toward her, trying to make her remember who she was. Please, Zero Mercury, don't do this. Can't you remember our friendship? Everything we've done together, the way we defeated the Dark Kingdom. Please, you have to remember. I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I know is that I have to destroy you. What Serena didn't notice was that Amy was preparing to stab an ice knife right in her right hand. Suddenly, oh my gosh. Trixie! Trixie! Yes, what is it? Can't you see Trixie is trying to read the rest of Fallout Equestria? I know, but I just figured out something. Yes? Think about it. Evil Mercury? Where have we heard this before? Sweet Mother Luna. See! Yes, I don't know how, but Vaughn Doom predicted Darkery from PTSM! I don't know how that happened, but here it is! Oh my gosh. Remembered everything, as Serena fell into the trap, hugging her. I knew you well. Ah! What she didn't remember a thing. What she did was that she sticky the knife with a sticky note on Sailor Moon's back. Seeing this, Sailor Jupiter run towards her to break them apart before Sailor Mercury can finish her unholy job. Unholy job, Batman. You monster! Get away from her. And you complain about my voice impersonations? Serena fell back down with her back covered with blood, while Ami decided to get back to the manor. The Sailor here was done. Meanwhile, Sailor Jupiter was helping Sailor Moon, who was bleeding dangerously from the injury. Then she got her back. Getting straight from nowhere, Sailor Moon stood up. We had to get in there and help her before she did something again, said Lyra from out of nowhere. Are you out of your mind? Look at you. You can barely stand up. You want to get in there and fight her? I will do whatever it takes to help my friends, even if I die in the attempt. No! I won't let you die here. I'm going to take you back so you can get some help. I'm ordering you to help me save Ami right now! Sailor Jupiter and the rest knew that it was stupid to continue fighting, so she did what she considered the best. She hit Serena on the back of her head, knocking her out. Then she did it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I can see why Monster High Fruit user loves doing that so much. Yes, it's quite cathartic. The cats. Luna was terrified when she saw the white uniform of Sailor Moon was totally red. Like, totally! By her blood. We have to get her out now. Use your powers to teleport back to Tokyo. We will stay here to investigate all we can. Speaking of which, how did Makoto get over there? Okay, Luna, answered the girls. In moments, they disappeared from the rest of the area to central Tokyo. Once there, they drove Serena to a hospital to get medical attention. Moments later, the doctor talked to the girls about the situation of Sailor Moon. What happened to her? She was almost dead when you brought her here. She lost a lot of blood. I need her to stay here for a few days until she recuperates. The girls were preoccupied because now they had two Paros. First, Mommy got her mind totally twisted, and now Serena was out of action. They knew that there was only one thing to do. Sleep on it! We have to go back to stop Mommy. Look what she did to Serena! But, Makoto, you saw her power. How are we supposed to stop her? By any means necessary, even if we need to kill her. What? Replied both girls. You saw what she did to Serena. We promised we would protect her with our lives, and we almost failed because we worked with our feelings, not our brains. I mean, it's not a Sailor Senshi anymore, therefore we must fight her with all we got, regardless of the consequences. Hooray, agreed with her. Lita is right. We have to go back there and stop Ami and that psycho at Dr. Doom before no matter what. That won't be necessary. I'm here. Ami? To be continued. Okay, girls. I'm back.
I just needed a moment. That I that's the equivalent of Applejack saying, "We need to kill Rainbow Dash, y'all." That's the equivalent of Piggy Pie saying, don't want to throw this party for this pony." This is Cornelia saying, "Oh, one of my friends is in trouble. Look, time to F them off." This is Rarity not giving her all to help somebody else. No! You don't have Makoto do that! Oh. How many chapters am I in? 3? I'm in 3 chapters? Oh. This fic is going to be the end of me, folks. That's it. This show's over. I can't survive. Part 3. A cold day in hell. Makoto, Rei, and Minako were all shocked when they saw Ami right in front of them. Dash. Rei was the first to react. "You monster! What are you doing here? Yusagi was your best friend and you nearly killed her. Give us a reason for your presence before we kick you stinking butt out of here."
Don't worry, I'm leaving now. I just passed by and decided to pay a visit to her at the same time to bring you this.
Then the frozen bodies of Luna and Artemis from a bag and dropped it to the floor. Which, logically, should mean that they shattered.
I found them inside the manor and decided to bring them back. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Yusagi is resting in peace now. Bye!
And then she left it. Vic, just once. Carefully, Rei used her powers to unfroze the cats. Then the girls, knowing Saria was in trouble, ran into the room. They entered and found a terrifying spectacle. Saria's life support unit has been disconnected, and heart monitor was on a straight line of the screen. Dash. Minako got beside her while the others left in the room to help. Dash. In minutes, 2 doctors arrived, and they needed to get special equipment to revive her. Dash. Like a defibrillator. Replugging her in. Using a breathing apparatus. Specifics. The girls knew that was dangerous and left her alone, so they decided to guard her. One of these days, I'm going to find out what school you went to, and then I'm going to blow it up for teaching you how to never to conjugate the word left! Got her. Minako was first to stay while the others returned to the Terry Hill Temple to plan their strategy. Any ideas, Lita? Applejack said from out of nowhere. I don't know. She's too powerful now. We have to be careful. She could strike again. Dash. This is getting worse. Now there are only 2 of us to do something. What about Minako? She's taking care of Usagi, so she cannot help us.
I can help you, Sailor Senshi.
Said shining armor from out of nowhere.
Tuxedo Mask! Thank goodness you're here!
Said Cadence from out of nowhere. I know all the story. The best strategy now is to wait until Sailor Moon recovers. We can't do anything by ourselves. If we try something now, it will be useless. Rei didn't like the idea. Rei is being an idiot. That's the best idea you got. We can't just sit here doing nothing while the traitor of Ami. So, who is the traitor of Ami? Teaches Doom how to use the Gunshiso. Rei is right. We can't let them gain an advantage on him. What we have to do is go back to Latveria and get the crystal for Doom, even if we need to kill Ami in the process. You know, I remembered when I started doing this show. I was happy. Actually, I was pretty dang happy last week. Now I'm miserable. Why am I miserable? Why am I sad? Vic, you've got issues. We've got to have a long talk. You and I, we've got a long talk to go on here. Please remember that she's your friend and is only acting like this because she is under the power of Doom. And they didn't figure this out earlier because... Nonsense. We're leaving now. Join us if you want. Did they just ignore the obvious excuse of why Ami's doing this? Guys, look. There's an episode of Sailor Moon where Emerald tried to get the entire school against her. Of course, the ones that weren't affected were the Senshi, because of the power of friendship. One of the girls that was ready to kill the bullies, that was most adamant in claiming that Ami was a cheat and used her skills to get perfect grades, was a girl in a ponytail. Heck, Umino, Melvin to you dub watchers, was one of those guys that just went all nerdy and was being one of the harshest jerks of all. And we all know that he couldn't hold a finger. The moment he looked like he was going to insult Ami some more, Makoto stepped in. Makoto's name means guardian, protector of wood. Makoto is a guardian, divinity of wood. She's a tree. She would be the last of the Senshi to want to kill one of her friends if they looked like they were under mind control. She would be the first to try to put her best foot forward, along with Usagi, to save Ami. So you can understand how much of an insult this little line is. How much of an insult to Makoto's character this part is. Tsuchiya-mas, good to see you. What is going on here? Asked Luna. We were about to go to Latveria, but he doesn't want us to go. Tuxedo-Kama explained for his reasons to disagree with the cat. Artemis was the first to speak.
He's right. We have to be patient now. There's no going to attack with just life that will be stupid, and the result will be a complete disaster.
The doctor said that Serena will be at the hospital for about a month after today's attack, so we must have a lot of patience and think before we act.
Meanwhile, in Doomstadt,
my plan is working perfectly, Des. Ami is my queen, and Sailor Moon is almost dead in the hospital.
Don't you, mean is dying? Death means that she's most likely going to be very hard of hearing.
And the others don't know what to do.
My lord, Silvermane got your sword ready. Please come and see it.
Moments later, Doom was holding a beautiful sword that had encrusted on one side the Squid Shisho and the Dragon's Egg in the other. Are we talking in the hilt, the blade, the guard? What are we talking about here? And that would be so cool if this was in a different fic!
Good job, Silvermane. You will be well rewarded. Call Ami. I want her to see this.
Yes, sir.
Moments later, Ami arrived and she was impressed with his husband's new weapon. Well, I'm so glad that you considered that maybe these guys are gay.
It's beautiful, my love. But I hope you use it to destroy Sailor Moon and what's left of her now.
Indeed, my queen. They will fall under our power. Have no doubt about it.
1 month later.
How do you feel, Selena?
Said Antonio Banderas from out of nowhere.
What do you want, Leia?
Huh? I got here to see if you were okay. What's your problem?
Remember what happened to Doomstadt? I ordered you to help me save Ami, and the only thing you did was hitting me in the head and brought me here. Do you want me to be happy with you?
I only did what was best for you. Try to use your brain meatball head. Thanks to me, you're alive now. Otherwise, you'd probably be dead. Luna entered the room.
Enough. I've had enough. This behavior was the main cause that led Ami's misunderstanding of treason. Instead of fighting amongst ourselves,
which is what the dub was prone to do, not the freaking original anime. But I think this is insulting even for the original dub. I mean, I know that the original dub got bad when it came to portraying the Sensei's relationships to the point where you could start to wonder why were they friends even in the first place. And I know that the dub completely messed up Rei and Usagi's relationship to blazes, and I know that in the Senshi, that in the original Japanese version, the Senshi would sometimes argue and sometimes fight, but in the end, you would see how close they had become, how dear the Francis were. This is taking all of that and stepping all over it. I mean, I've sometimes seen accusation fics where they go this far with the main six, but this right now is starting to make all of those look in character and reasonable. Luna entered the room. You think you're right, Serena. Please, forgive me. Serena turned around, and remained silent for a minute. And then she turned around once more. If something happens to Ami, I'll never forget you, Leia. Now we must plan our strategy to get to Quincy back before Doom figure out how to work, if he hasn't already. That was surprisingly very, very thought out for Usagi. I am going to strangle this thick! Armin surprised everyone when he saw this plan. He had unique diagrams and foldouts and graphs and charts.
We have to get Ami out of the way before we attempt to get to Quisito. Jupiter, you must knock her out using your thunder, but you must be careful so you won't hurt her in the process. Serena and Minako fight Doom and get the crystal back.
Wait a minute. And how are we supposed to get the crystal?
I'm thinking you forgot part of your conjugation here.
The only thing I'm sure is that you'll be involved in a cruel fight, so you better be careful.
Girls, be careful. I don't want any of you hurt again.
Moments later, the four girls transformed and used their powers to transform back to Sundot. Dash. They entered the manor. Dash. What they didn't know was that Doom was aware of their presence and that he had a lot of traps ready.
This is weird. There's no one here.
Said Rainbow Dash from out of nowhere.
Be quiet, Sailor Moon. You want to let them know we are here? Ray, when are you going to stop picking on me? Shut up, you two. If they hear us, they can...
Screamed Fluttershy from out of freaking nowhere! An arrow crossed the sky, penetrated Jupiter's shoulder. Dash. Sailor Moon got beside her and the other shouts.
Sailor Jupiter! Ray, please, help me take this out!
Said Derpy from out of nowhere.
Hold on, Mikoto. This is going to hurt you a lot, but you have to be brave now.
Then Ray pulled out the arrow out of his shoulder. The pain was so intense, Leia couldn't hold back a scream that was heard in the castle. Dash! Then Sailor Moon stretched one of her uniforms up. Ooh! To cure her and control the hemorrhoids.
Well, now that they know that we are here, so we have to be more careful. Sailor Jupiter, can you keep on with us?
Ah, yes, but the scratch. They continued on the way. What Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, and Sailor Venus didn't notice was that Jupiter was starting to sweat a lot and turn white. This was because the arrow was poisoned. And none of them noticed that. Suddenly the past three were entered a big room with lots of electronics and devices.
What is this place?
Asked Sailor Mars. Ah! Oh my gosh, there was an other ship there! Maybe this fic might turn around. Suddenly they heard a very well-known voice that came from behind them.
I see that what you're back, Sailor Moon. Well, this time, you're not going to be so lucky.
It was Ami, who was wearing her green uniform. Guys, there's a picture on Fondu's site that shows Ami in her new outfit. It's black. Yeah. Ponder that for a few seconds.
Ami, please, tell us where this crystal is. You have to help us. Please, Sailor Moon. You think I'm stupid, don't you?
Yes!
The only thing I have to tell you is that you're going to die, here and now.
Sailor Venus and Sailor Mars moved away to give Leia enough room to do her work, just the way she planned it. I've heard enough from you. Jupiter! Thunder! Crash! Sailor Jupiter hit her with a low-intensity beam that knocked it.
I don't think Jupiter Thunder is a beam.
Then Senshi tied her up. Ooh! Maybe this might actually become a lemon. Well, we're about to continue their quest. Their quest? Or is it ownership? A voice like thunder was heard.
You hurt my beloved queen. Now you will face your destruction!
They saw Doom coming toward him, his sword left in hand. This is it, girls. We have to stop him. Let's combine our powers now. Moon, Tiara, action! Venus, Crescent, beam! Fire, so! The combination of Mars, Venus, with Sailor Moon's Tiara turned into a incredibly big blast to head toward Doom. But he stopped with the hilt of his sword. Lame. The Senshi were shocked at this incredible display of power.
They must be using the Sailor Moon crystal abilities.
Oh, boo, boo, boo!
That was horrible. Cheat shot, bad for my lord.
I couldn't help it.
What are you going to do now? He's more powerful than we thought. Leave, ellipses. Him, ellipses. To, ellipses. Me.
The poison that was on the arrow made its full effect, but Jupiter decided to throw one last shot to Trow. Trow? Trow?
I think that word is trow. No. It's tro. See, T-R-W. No. You see, there's the L, so O-W, so it has to be conjugated as ow. Okay, so it's gotta be trow.
Jupiter! Thunder! Makoto started to charge herself with lightning in such a powerful way that she started to shine. Ooh! Crash! Makoto discharged her full power on Doom, who dropped the sword beside her back. Dash. At the same time, Makoto fell lifeless to the floor, the victim of poison. Dash. Sailor Moon got beside her.
Makoto, wake up! Please, wake up! You can't die! Please!
Ellipses. Ray put in her. Four! And on Sailor Moon's shoulder.
There is nothing we can do for Sir now. What a rest.
She asked me to forgive her, and I did. Now I'll never forgive myself for this.
In the meantime, Sailor Venus was able to get the crystal for the sword.
I did it! I got the crystal.
Sailor Moon put the crystal in the center and presented herself to face Doom.
You're responsible for all this. Now, prepare to fight!
You cannot stop the power of Doom! Now, welcome to die!
Chapter 4. A Time for Surprises. Sailor Moon prepared herself to face off against Doom, who, as it was seen, was enraged.
Your pathetic power is no match for me. With or without your silver crystal, I am the most powerful being in God's great earth!
We are the Sailor Senshi who fight for love and justice against evil, and you have heard people already. Therefore, prepare yourself to be punished by the name of the moon. In Venus and Mars.
Sailor Mars was the first one to attack Dr. Doom, using her fire to impact the 6'7" armed man and causing him no damage. Dash. Then Sailor Venus fired a blast of blast, but the results were exactly the same before Sailor Mars got to her. Dash. Then Dr. Doom took his chance, calling out for the power of the Dragon's Egg. He looked at the sword, called for his power.
Now you will see what his power is all about! Rising Dragon!
Fing Fang Foom. A great dragon appeared behind him while he was engulfed in green energy. Then he pointed his sword to Sailor Mars, and the dragon that moments ago was behind him. He disappeared. The burst with the sword, then flew towards the surprised girl, who was unable to avoid the blast and impulsed brilliantly against the wall, making her play past her. It. Dash. Sailor Venus was so terrified by Doom's display of power in such a way that she could only sit there like a statue, when Sailor Moon was only able to scream.
Sailor Mars. No.
Due to the brutal impact, almost every bone in the girl's body was broken. Let me guess! I think I know what's going to happen! But even with that intense pain, Sailor Mars was the one to fire one last shot, but did not see Doom taken by surprise and ready to fall back. Seeing this, Sailor Moon screamed, Sailor Venus, combine your power to the crystals. This is our chance to finish him once and for all!
Venus, crescent, beam, blast! Luna, set their... I don't think that was one of her attacks.
Sailor Moon used the whole power of the Great Street Show, which combined with Sailor Venus' blast created a huge beam of light hitting Dr. Doom, and the electronic devices that were behind him causing an explosion, which made the entire part of the man fall over him. Oh! And I just cleaned it too. Yes, the Sailor Senshi were thrown out of the room, remained unconscious for a few hours. Sailor Venus was the first to react.
What? What happened? Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon, where are you?
No answer.
Thank you, Vic.
Sailor Venus started to worry, thinking that she maybe was the only one who survived.
Poopy.
Then suddenly, she saw Sailor Mercury trying to get up a few meters away from her. With some caution, she went beside her.
Are you okay, Sailor Mercury? What happened? Where am I? Sailor Venus! Thank God you're here. Where are the rest of the Sailor Senshi? My arm is broken.
Due to the energy shock, Ami regained her memory.
Well, ain't that convenient?
Well, Sailor Jupiter and Mars are dead, and I can't find Sailor Moon anyplace. Sailor Mercury started to cry.
This is my fault. I betrayed you, and I caused the death of my two best friends. And Sailor Moon is dead. I'll kill myself.
No, I'm going to do that first!
Take it easy, Sailor Mercury. We don't know if she's... Ellipses.
She couldn't finish. For the ashes emerged Sailor Moon. Part of her uniform was burned, and she was bleeding from injuries she's got on her arms and legs. The two girls ran toward her. Dash. Sailor Mercury was the first to reach her, then crying as she hugged her. You know, this would be so heartwarming and awesome if this were any other fic!
Sailor Moon, thank God you're alive. Please forgive me for what I caused.
Having you back is the only thing I wanted, Sailor Mercury. Now I can say that haven't failed. Who haven't failed? Who didn't fail? Where? What? Then Sailor Moon followed unconscious to the arms of Sailor Mercury.
Sailor Moon, no, please, answer me.
She putted forward! He used her computer to check her file signs. She was relieved when she saw that Sailor Moon was only unconscious.
We have to get out of here, Sailor Venus. Let's combine our powers to teleport us and Sailor Moon back to Tokyo.
Minutes later, the girls appeared at Tahiri Temple. Luna ran toward them, but she stopped when she saw only 3 Senshi. Optimus joined her as well. Where are the Sailor Scouts? Mars and Jupiter. Please tell me they're okay. With tears on her eyes, Sailor Mercury answered her.
I'm sorry, Luna. The eagle died in Latveria during the fight. It was all my fault.
Oh, God, please, no. Luna ran away with tears in her eyes. Artemis followed her.
Luna, Artemis, come back.
Let him go! Let him go! Let him go! You'll never see them cry! So let's give them some time to get themselves together. Now he has to get Serena back to the hospital. Then she needs to see a doctor. You need to get your arm too. Checked too, Ami. Let's go. Said Twilight from out freaking nowhere! Minutes later, the girls were in Tokyo getting their injuries healed. One of the doctors was impressed by Serena's injury, so he decided to call her parents. An hour later, Mr. and Mrs. Susiko were at the hospital. Susiko was the first to see her, as she was shocked when she saw her daughter with burnings and slashes and achings and itchings all over her body. My God, what happened to her?
That's what we want to know. But neither Ami nor Mina know where the ones who brought her here. We are wanted to say a thing.
Answered Dr. Mizuno, who was the out of freaking nowhere, one who called him. The 3 of them went to the room where Ami was resting with her arm plastered.
Please, Ami, tell us what happened. Who did this to you? I can't, Mother. Please, believe me, I have my reasons.
Dr. Mizuno slapped her. Then slapped her again, and 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 again. Hotspot! Tango!
What reasons are you talking about? Serena was literally killed.
Literally killed? Literally killed, so she is dead! Goodbye, cruel world.
No, you're not going that far! Talk about reasons to keep the name of your tattoo a secret. Ellipses. I'm sorry, honey, but seeing your friend like that is not funny. In the name of God, please tell us who did this to you.
There was no answer. With tears falling over her cheeks, Ami turned around and remained silent, trying not to hear her mother asking her many times about the nightmare she created in Latveria. Mr. Mizuno suggested to leave him alone for a while. You mean Mrs. You know, Ami's mother? You know, I would love to see a fanfic where we see Ami's mother show up. If only. Right, guys? Ding. Then the 2 women in the mile left the room. Meanwhile, Minako, who's the only one who didn't need to stay in the hospital, was walking away from home when she saw a lot of people running away from a strange creature. Well, I guess this is going to be just like when I was Sailor V. On my own! Then she got into the deserted alley and transformed into Sailor Venus. Okay, you creep. I'm not going to let you hurt innocent people. I'm a Senshi who fights for love and justice, and I'm going to punish you in the name of Venus! Venus, cause it's beam blast! The lightning blast hit the creature. Well, light beam, but didn't cause any damage. Sailor Venus watched back to the new planet strategy, but the creature trapped her with one tentacle. Yeah! Tentacles! Now we're getting somewhere. Thank you, Fick. He used electricity shocks on her, but that was only her to be deaf and fast as pain as possible. Suddenly, she heard something that shocked her. Jupiter! Thunder! Crash! What? Due to the surprise attack, the creature dropped her and turned around. And Sailor Venus was shocked by hearing Sailor Jupiter. She was shocked once more when she heard Sailor Mars. Fire Soul! Before she fainted, she saw the creature being turned to the ashes by the power of Mars, who had impressed her with the girls weren't Ray or Leia, but they were wearing the uniforms of Sailor Mars and Jupiter. Unfortunately, she didn't have the strength to last at anything. Not that. Well, you know, people, this was pretty painful, but I think I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yep, I think I've made it. Yep, I'm done.
I think it's over now. Guys, we made it. Martial art fruit user? What is it, Trixie?
No! No! No!
Okay, let's
Do this. All of us together! Together! Let's rumble!
Latveria. Seeing the destruction caused by Sailor Moon and the Scouts and Dr. Doom during their fight, Dr. Doom's likeness decided to name a new leader. Silvermane, Dr. Doom's lead scientist, decided to claim the throne for himself. I think I can see where this is going.
Well, my friends, it looks like we need a new king, so I'll be the one to take the job.
The commander of Dr. Doom's Dark Forces didn't agree with the idea.
Who are you? I'm supposed to take the place because I know about leadership more than you.
Seeing this, Silvermane tried to use a laser gun that he got hit in Doom's close, but Doom's commander used his lightsaber. Author's note. Took it from Star Wars. No! Duh! It decapitated Silvermane.
Well, who else wants to play king?
This is my comedy. I do.
My lord! You! Ellipses. You're alive! Dr. Doom's commander was terrified when he saw his master in front of him. Part 5. 2 new scouts. The only thing he managed to do was getting on his knees and ask for the mercy of his master. I'm deeply sorry, my lord. I thought your highness was death, and in any other world, Dr. Doom would be death. And, ellipses.
You fool! They were fighting one of my Doombots!
A Doombot is a robot with the offensivity of Dr. Doom. Thank you. You are a very interesting fic. Thank you so much.
Now, start rebuilding the manor!
Meanwhile, in Tokyo, Serena was in the hospital recovering from her injuries when suddenly Minako entered the room with incredible news.
Serena, wake up! What, Ulysses? What is it? Why do you have to scream? I got a massive hangover, and like you mean this fix not done? You're not gonna believe this. 2 hours ago I was fighting a strange creature. It tried me with one of his tentacles.
Ooh!
But when I thought I was going to die, Sailor Mars and Sailor Jupiter came to help me destroy the creature.
Serena's eyes opened wide when she heard that Sailor Mars and Sailor Jupiter were alive.
You mean Makoto and Ray? That's the most strange thing. They weren't Makoto and Ray. They were 2 different girls. Sailor Jupiter got black hair and was as tall as Makoto, but her eyes were brown. Sailor Mars got long blue hair and green eyes.
Of course it would be blue hair. It's Japan.
What? And who were they? And how did they get these powers?
Do you really want to know the hard truth, Usagi? Or do you want some nachos?
I don't know. I fainted before I could ask anything. But here's the other strange part. When I woke up, I was in my room. Dash. It was just like they know everything about us.
Right here, right now. Luna was in the window, listening to Minako.
I don't understand. Luna, can you tell us what's going on?
I have no idea.
I'm surprised as you are. This is not the way things work. We must investigate and find these new scouts and ask them for an explanation.
It's called Fond Doom. You get used to it.
Meanwhile, maybe Ami can help us. Serena, I'm going to talk to her.
Meanwhile, in Ami's room.
You scouts? Do Luna and Artemis know about this? Yes, but they were surprised too, Dash. I don't know what to think, Ami. What if this is a trap or some kind of setup now that we're weak?
You were weak earlier.
I don't think so. Then why did they save you? If this is a trap, wouldn't it be better for you to let you die now that Serena and I are here to help us in the hospital? I mean, granted, actually, the latter would be far more logical. Maybe you're right. I'm going to go home now. I'll see what I can investigate about all this. Please be careful, Minaka. Before you leave, could I ask you a favor?
Sure.
Could you come here tomorrow at 5? I'll be released and I need someone to help me pack my stuff. I've got a lot of books.
No problem. I'll be there. Then Minako left the hospital thinking about all the events that took place that day. 1 week later, in Latveria. My lord, the man is completely restored. What do we do now?
Prepare a spy ship. I am going to Tokyo. But this time, I don't want to be seen.
Yes, sir. Then, wouldn't it be better for you to use some sort of disguise or something? Later, Dr. Doom arrived to Tokyo and used a special device on his armor that allowed him to look like anyone. He turned into a 15-year-old boy. Why? Then headed toward the school where Serena and Ami were. Dash. Once there, he went to the principal's office and used his telekinetic power. Technically, that's psychic! to make him think that he was a new student and was supposed to be in Nami's classroom. Dash. Later, he was introduced to the students and got sit beside Nami. Dash. From that day, he decided to show incredible skills on many assignments, always looking forward to be better than Nami. This made the blue-haired girl try to work harder than he ever did, even forcing her to study entire nights before a test. And yet, doesn't she do that already? In the end, Serena and Minako started to notice that Ami was always tired and sleepy. Luna started to worry that day when they saw a creature sent by Doom, and she tried to use her mercury bubbles, but instead of hitting the creature, she hit her feet, putting her out of the battle with a huge cause to prevent her from seeing Serena's blast. This was because the night before she didn't stop studying for his test and got to school that morning. Since he was drowsy, he was unable to suit her arm correctly. Unfortunately, Serena was able to destroy it with her Moon Center attack. Dash. After the fight, three girls went to Serena's house to talk about the situation.
Ami, what is wrong with you? Since that new boy arrived to school, you started to look tired, sleepy every single day. Look what happened today. Hopefully your attacks aren't too dangerous and...
You're hoping? That? You were hoping for that?
Otherwise, you could have answered Minako. I'm sorry, but I've always been the best in the classroom. Now that guy wants to get in 1 month and why done a year. I'm not going to let it happen. Please understand.
Minako was angry with her. Excuse me, Miss Brain, but you want us to understand that your selfish attitude almost got me killed out there? Again with the Senshi person? God! Sweet Mother Celestia! What is this fixed problem? Why don't I ever pick the fondue things that hurt my brain the least? Ow. The quote for your repulsa, I got a headache.
You don't understand, Minako. At the end of the year, the school's going to give a special award to the best student. I promised my mother I will get that reward.
Yeah, I heard about it. But is this kid that good that he could take that award away from you? Well, if it's like Yagami, then we've got problems.
His average was 10 points above mine last month. In this way, he'll be the #1 student at the end of the year.
Look, Ami, you have to make a choice. Either you concentrate completely on your studies, or you concentrate on your job at Sailor Mercury. Otherwise, you could put Serena and Kanako in great danger. Said freaking Twilight out of nowhere!
Okay, Luna, I'll think about it tonight, and tomorrow I'll give you my decision.
Meanwhile, in a deserted building, Doom returned to his normal self and contacted Doomstot. Wouldn't it be easier to go to the Latharian embassy?
Silvermane, I see your head returns to its body perfectly. I'm glad my scientist was able to sew your head back onto your body and got the blood working. And how's your brain, by the way? No brain damage from not working for a bit?
I'm a little bit stupider now.
Oh, okay. Doesn't need to know. Your device is working beautifully. I got Ani down as I expected.
Ooh! Ooh, my. My God, the here, my lord. What's Ella do, Lex?
We're going with the next star of my plan. Is my android ready?
Yes, sir.
Good. Send it immediately.
The next day, after school, the three girls met at Serena's house to hear Ami's decision. Luna was the first to speak.
Well, Ami, what is your decision?
With tears on her eyes, Ami took her to friends to trace the racing pen out of her purse.
I'm sorry, but I can't, Ulysses, keep with this anymore. It's all I caused before, and now I'm putting you in danger again. Luna, here's my pen back. Maybe you can find someone else who could do the job better than I.
Excuse me for 1 second. I think I need a moment to just go out there and enjoy the finer pieces of life and remind myself of something that makes me happy. Oh, look. Snow. Glorious, beautiful snow. Snow that makes me think of days of forgotten yore. I think I'll go and play out there in that beautiful white snow. That perfect, lovely, beautiful, beautiful snow. Go.
Youth by Netu. Youth. I stared at the old unicorn mare as she slowly walked back and forth in front of the group. I stood in the middle of the line of foals just like myself. Only one colt in the group had already had his key mark, which had me all sorts of jealous, even if it was just a hammer and a nail. I looked back at the mare as she turned and started back towards my end of the group.
Alright, do any of you know why you're here?
she asked. She looked from the colt who had his key mark, then to each one of us. For her eyes finally fell to rest on me. Her tail snapped behind her. She squinted. Well? To learn to shoot, one filly offered. Wrong! Shouted the mare. You're here to learn to defend yourselves. The wasteland holds terrible things. She stomped her hoof. She held it up. Raiders! She pointed at the colt with the key mark. Feral ghouls! She jabbed the hoof towards the filly who answered her. Taint! She pointed towards the filly on the far end of the line. Radiation! She pointed at me. The group selectively shrunk back and murmuring began. I knew these souls from around town. None of them were stupid enough to go running into danger without a good reason.
Excuse me.
What?
Mr. RPC Lover, what do you think you're doing?
Reading a really good Fallout fic.
Where's your brother?
He told me not to tell you.
Oh, for crying out loud, sweet mother of Luna. Look, while I go hunt down Mr. AWOL, you're gonna have to read from here. Start from...
Von Doom!
Oh, you're staying here, little man. Start from right here. You're going to have to use the directional keys and push them down. Trust Trixie on this. It's not gonna be pretty.
What?
My sword for using you, get your cowardly butt back here!
Well, what if I don't? What? Because if you do, I will zap you. Darn you, Twilight. Tears in her eyes, Amy took her transformation pen out of her purse. I'm sorry, but I can't keep with this anymore. You saw what it caused before, and now I'm putting you in danger again. Luna, here's my pen back. Maybe you could find someone who could do the job better than I. Then she walked to the window and started crying silently. Serena took out the pen and walked beside her. Here, this is yours. I can't let you quit, Amy, no matter what you do. You'll be Sam Mercury all the time. I have a gun to your head. You had no choice. But Luna wanted me to make a choice, and that's what I did. I was only testing you, my dear. I wanted to see if you really care about your friends, just to make sure that Doom's influence was over. I'll never ask you something like that for reals. Wait, who was talking? Oh, that was Luna. Oops.
Trixie just assumes it's one of the main six, or the Lucifer Six from out of freaking nowhere.
Oh. And what you have to do is, Amy, is get some rest. Wait, what you have to do, Amy? Oh my. It's a rest. You can't study every hour every day. Y-O-U-R is possessive. Y-O-U''R' is the contraction. Get yours right. The most intelligent person I've ever seen. I'm sure you'll get the award, added Serena. 1 week later, One week later, Doom started the next part of his plan, sending a Doombot that was a facsimile of Sarah Venus. This android started a rampage that lead him to a mall where the new Sailor Mars and Sailor Jupiter started to battle with her. But then the android was ordered to disappear by Dr. Doom because he was near and saw the real Sailor Venus entering the mall, as well as Sailor Moon and Mercury, who were entering the field as far as their side. You know, Sailor Jupiter were looking for Venus when they saw it in the real world. They thought it was one of the fight before they attacked her. I don't know how I can talk this fast. I am not the Rocket Machines guy. You ingrate! We save you and you turn out to be a relief for the Nicholas. Well then, we'll destroy you! Screw you, Thunderclass! What? What? I don't know what you're talking about! She couldn't just let him bolt hit her. It was full strength and knocked her out. Good job, Sailor Jupiter. Now I'll finish the job. Vira Bar Igneous? No. Stop it! Why are you attacking her? Sailor Moon, you're in control.
Don't call her that like that. We heard that there was a monster here, so we came to stop it.
Got your monster at your feet, Sailor Moon! Sailor Mars is right. Just so cool, serious girl killed a 10-year-old boy with the end of the wall, so we were about to destroy her when she can injure someone else. No! That's impossible! She's not a killer! I'm sorry, Sabrina, but I think the cinema said you were alright. I saw some surveillance tape at the one that started this with Sailor Venus. You too, Sailor Mercury? I can't believe you guys. You and your friend, you're accused of being a killer? I saw her too, Sailor Moon. I was following them, and I didn't sense anything unusual about the Sailor Venus they were following. Mina recovered from the shot. What the hell, man? Why'd you attack me? Sailor Moon, be careful. She's up again. Everyone, there's only one way to find out. Wait a minute, everyone. There's only one way to find out what's happening here. Now there's no one around. Sailor Venus, could you turn back there, Mina? Alright, just do it. Okay, Sailor Moon. Taking up her pen, Sailor Venus turned back to Minako in seconds. Good, now give me your pen.
Did you just say pen or pants?
Now give me your clothes. Good, now come into the closet.
Oh, not again!
Why? Do you think I'm a killer too? No, you're killer. You're not protecting Sailor Venus. Please understand us. If that's what you think, then here it is. Leave me. I did kill that kid! Okay, Mina, take it easy. Now, could you two get down here? Sailor. Oh, random parentheses, Mark! Sailor Mars Sailor Jupiter were on the second floor while the rest of it was in the. That's problems! They're just there for everyone. And explain how you get your got? This Sailor Mo's got to say. Sailor, do you know what that kid Sailor Venus killed was? No. Named Sammy. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be spelled. Zukino, remind you of something? Sailor couldn't say anything. She just heard Sailor Venus kill the bird. There was talking more than she could ever hear. Blinded by anger and pain, she turned around, took me from her blouse, and then ran to the horse, then started to...
Try that again, motherfucker! I dare you!
You're no fun. Tried to throw her against the wall. Do you mean toe?
Look, we spent 2 minutes already trying to figure that one out!
You miserable monster! You killed my brother! I was trying to protect you! I always saved you from your punishment! But now I'll kill you myself!
Boop.
Sailor Mercury tried to stop her, but Sailor Moon hit her hand for travel attack on defenseless Mina. Lunar Center Elimination! Mina was terrified when she saw Sailor Moon prepare to attack. Sailor Moon! No!
Now, you might be wondering just what he has to deal with. Behold,
Oh!
the screen of evil!
Oh god! I was supposed to be reading that!
Lappy, don't worry, I have a solution. Do 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 do. See, I can just highlight everything, and then you can read it.
Oh, thanks, Lappy.
This might take me a few seconds. You might want to distract the audience with something while this is loading up here.
Okay. So
I'm done.
Oh. I thought I was gonna tell them a story about how Sam and Dean came in right in their policy.
Don't even try.
Nation of Domination. Okay, I'm not making a sexual joke at that point because I'm afraid Twilight Trixie might just kill me. Sailor charged his scepter. Oh my gosh, he had a sex change in between chapters! Well, in there she could gather. Seeing this, Mina just closed her eyes and waited for her death. But the unexpected happened. Soon was about to fire Artemis Lenore and knock her out of the scar, scratching her face in the process. Periods have lost their life. Ow, my face! Iris, why did you do that? Because you're about to kill an innocent. I know that you love her. Do You're a cat! She's a human! Understand that she's a killer! No, you have to believe me. I know she's a guy. I can probe that. He said probe. Ollie, you said you go to surveillance site that shows what happened. Here am I right? Here am I right? Yeah. And the site shows the time when it happened as it does not. Yeah. Please check this one. You'll see that same time Sarah escaped that boy. She was entering the building as well. And I went to the control room to really check the tape. No one noticed Leia left the building with tears in her eyes. Went to the control room, they saw both tapes, and when they were checking, she started crying. Aww. Okay, you right? This video so stupid I didn't notice the reason that's got some moon on her forehead. Don't you think she would have the symbol of Venus on her forehead? Those are you almost killed her. It was all my fault. Except my brother. Yeah, all the I'd be upset if I hadn't read a single Doom fic before. Look, Doom, I don't know what my brother said, but when you start killing all these characters so many times, it starts to get repetitive. And judging by your fics, it just kind of gets a little boring. This has no shock value because I completely don't care. This does not affect, and your writing's so terrible and your emotions so horribly defined. Just so. Ugh! Serena started to cry again, but this time Sarah's scouts had hold her because she was hysteric. Once she was calm, they decided to find out who the fake Sarah Venus was and what were the reasons for her to appear.
Delivery for IPC letter. Delivery for IPC letter.
Huh?
Martial art freak user said that he just got a very big announcement, and he wanted to get help prepare for everything for the 2 cast members. He'll be right back as soon as he can. He just needs to start setting everything up.
Okay.
So till then, you handle the reading until he gets back.
But how do I? But I lost everything. Well,
Jexy. Yes, he needs you too. Oh, what? This involves the entire cast of the Luniverse. Every one of us needs to be there. Oh, right.
But I can't. Von Doom's just so horrifying and terrible and. What's that? That light! Celestia!
My dear RPT lover, you must, for honor of your brother, your best friend, and one of your friends, you could. Remember, you face down tougher fix. You can do this.
Yeah.
You have the inner courage.
Yeah!
And don't worry, Twilight will assist you. After all, somebody from the protected community needs to be here. So go. Do it. Use your full heart's content.
Yes! But meanwhile, in the third building, the fake Sarah Venus was giving a report to Dr. Doom. The Master of Latveria was satisfied with the results, but he got other plans in mind for her. Oh my gosh. Decapitalization. Good job, my dear Celeritas. I'm afraid I don't need you anymore, so I'll dispose of you! At the same time, he fired an incredible blast against her. In mere seconds, it turned her android into a vat of ashes. They addressed 2 individuals down in the dark section of the building. Well, you'll witness my power! Now you know what I'm capable of. Now about our organization, let me announce to you that I have a name for it. This is the second time I created it. The first time I got 2 powerful allies, but they were stupid enough to think they could do everything by themselves, so I decided to dispose of them. You know what I mean by that. Therefore, let us be the second nation of domination! Dr. Doom raised his right hand. Now for the after. When I see he raised his hand, I mean he did just like in the Germans in the Second World War when they saw Hitler, but with the fist closed. Wow, Godwin's law is in full effect here. Turn to first intimidated him with a salute. After this, Doom addressed one of them. You have a closer relationship with the Sarah Scouts, don't you? Sir. Good. Then find out who the new scouts are and what they are capable of. Let's see. Give me the silver crystal. Why does Doom need a silver crystal? That's probably somewhere earlier in the fic, so I'll do so once, my lord. Then he left it. After this, he addressed the other one. As far as you concern what? You will wait a little more, Malachite! What am I doing here? I'm not even a follower, I'm a leader. Where's my hand anyway? You just got back from death. So, Doom just would talk to Death from the end, for Death of the Endless. Actually, that'd be a pretty cool thing to watch. So you need to get any more energy before you go on mission. Understand? You understand that? By the way. Why is this guy still speaking in the Dark Kingdom? So, in the meantime, I'll plan something to do, and I'll talk about it with you later. So be it! While these events was taking place, Serena was back in her house, sitting in the garden remembering every moment she had shared with her long-lost brother. Instead of the house, her mother was dressed in black right in her room. Little nervous arrived to another problem at hand. I'm so cheered up right now. So powerful. Just... I need a moment! I'm back now. Serena, we know how you feel, but here we have another problem. Also, how that happened to you in the mall. He disappeared. You never told no another day. Okay, stop everything. Why is it that every single time you write these characters being, having these hard moments, you always have them disappear? This just... I don't get you. I don't get this fic. I just am speechless. I don't get it. Why? You write about these fics. You must be a fan. So why are you doing this to these characters?
Just be glad you weren't here earlier. Just be glad.
I am glad. But Serena didn't even notice their presence. She was too concentrated on her memories to notice anything around her. Serena! And by the way, I'm using their dub names because, quite frankly, this is Von Doom, and quite frankly, these characters are so far removed from their original incarnations that, I might as well just give them random names and they will be the same. There's no reaction. Billy Bob knew that there was only one thing to do, so she got one.
Maybe they're closer to their Sailor Moon Crystal incarnations.
Is that better or worse?
That's the second shot we had on Sailor Moon Crystal on this show.
Got set one of Maria's legs. Ach! No, seriously, it's Ach! I mean, it's A-U-C-H, it's Ach! What was that for? Didn't you heard us? Relena is missing! We have to find her. Okay, Lulu, but we got to get Roots first. Then we have to. Maybe we can help you. Serena looked up and saw two girls in front of her. One of them had black hair and was tall as Leia with brown eyes. The other got long blue hair and green eyes. Who are you? Of course, you don't know it's like this. You get your reminder. Jupiter! Power! Man! What? Are you using your Japanese Oh, God, you're so confusing. Okay. You're using your English dub, yet you're using their Japanese transformations? I'm sorry, guys. I just... Superpower makeup, Mars power makeup. Skip that part. In moments, both turn to Sailor Jupiter or Sailor Mars. So you're the new scouts. Maybe give me Amy an explanation about this. Come with me, we're going to Amy's house. Why are we... Wait, what's with the new scouts?
It was from earlier in the fic.
I have a feeling.
You weren't here. It involved a lot of horror.
Did it involve my brother getting mad?
That's putting it lightly.
It'll probably get me mad too. No one knows you. Minutes later, new scouts started to tell their history. I am Sarah Bryant and Nina Williams. In my case, I was told a girl about my age and brown hair ponytail appeared out of nowhere in front of me. Here's a story about Kingdom of the Moon. I thought she was a nut until she gave me this pen and told me how to Actually, I think I better do this right. Well, let me slowly introduce ourselves. My name is Sarah Bryant, and she's Nina Williams. In my case, it all started about 4 weeks ago. I was in my home when a girl about my age with brown hair and a ponytail appeared out of nowhere in front of me. She told me a weird story about Kingdom of the Moon. I thought that she was a nut until she gave me this pen and told me how to use it. Then she disappeared and never saw her again. She saw her eyes open wide as she heard the story. Same here, but a little different.
Applejack, what are you doing here?
Wait, look at you!
Yay!
Same here, but a little different. The girl that gave me the pen got long black hair and was dressed like a priest of some kind. Amy got an explanation out of it. Show! Do not tell!
I think this is the way that Ray and Lena selected before they finally passed out.
Passed out? So you're just asleep?
No, there died. I can tell that this is probably hurting you very emotionally right now. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to start pondering your thoughts about this scenario. They probably won't be very good thoughts and probably involve doing horrible, horrible, horrible things to the first person who comments on this with a wee wagger, but we can understand.
No, Doom. Look, I don't get you. Why do you keep insisting on killing off your characters like this? I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, do you hate this show? Do you hate it? I understand that you do, but golly, but you must be a fan. You keep doing this. You keep wanting to cross them over. Why do you keep constantly wanting to kill off these characters? Good lord, I don't care anymore!
Drama. I think it's pure drama.
Drama that makes no sense! Good lord. God, this is just... There is nothing for me to cry about! There's no emotion! Just... And how does this even work? Can't you just, Look, I'm probably going to get slapped for this, or my brother's going to come up with some hero speech. But screw it, I don't care. I'm a Team 4-star. I'm just going to say it right now. Death literally means nothing to us. Alright, so next time Sailor Moon dies, she gets a free Sunday. Oh, really? No, you sorry! Death means nothing to Sailor Moon. Alright, yes, I'm sure the characters feel bad, but to me, the reader, I've seen them die so many times that seeing them die killed off is really just pointless. Because all you gotta do is use the solar crystal to go, whoop, die again! I get no emotion when I hear them dying. It's just different, like in a story, this is like having killed off characters in a Dragon Ball Z story! I mean, look, I don't really care. I mean, if this was something else, anything else, I would care. Alright?
Like 3 new Senshi?
Yes. Or, if the characters actually, if I actually drew some emotion to this. But there isn't! And the moment you kill them off, you immediately put them to give new your OCs something new! Your bloody OCs! This is all it's about, isn't it? Boom, Doom. Your flaming OCs! Your stupid, characterless OCs that design no point and you won't make it out story, keep making it into the story! can't do this anymore!
You can.
I can?
Yes, you can. Listen to Dr. Wolf. I do know you. You can do this. You have a very good optimism about your life. You can push yourself through anything.
Yeah, I can.
And besides, I have a feeling your brother is going to come back with some very happy news for the rest of the Luniverse cast.
Okay. I'll keep doing this. Let me explain it out to you. What you saw was the last personality they got, and they decided to use to give their powers to the other girls so they could protect you. Serena. Protect you, Serena. Instead of saying goodbye to their loved ones. Wow, that's depressing. That's mean. Thanks, guys. Serena seemed full of tears as she heard Amy. Serena, Ray, why you? Wait a minute, did we see Ray earlier? Or was I just confused? I thought we saw Ray earlier.
You were confused.
Okay. Amy got beside her and comforted her. Please, Serena, stop crying. We got us now. We'll be here for you all the time. We love you a long time. Alright, Mr. Interrupter. Her. Girls, this is good boss. Mean enough to that note for you, Serena. Look at it. Serena took the note and she was shocked when she read it. Amy knows that she was starting to pale as she read.
Warning, the following might cause you to go off the deep end and jump off the banister. I repeat, I should warn you that it might cause you to run off the banister.
I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. In the end, she fainted. The young girls went beside her. Amy took the note. She found out many of seen her react in such way. What way? Guys, listen to this. I can't believe what you were about to do this morning, Serena. I thought I was your friend, but today I found out you only wanted me as your bodyguard, as not your friend. Therefore, here's what I'm going to do. Just my mother for the package I left for you. You'll find a transformation pen and my transfer inside of it. And when you read this letter, I'll be on my way to a boarding school in Europe. This way you'll never see me again. I'll be enjoying my life with very new friends. Real friends! Who care about me and trust me. I'll be able to stop worrying about fighting monsters and strange creatures or risking my life for a person like you. Please take care of Artemis. I want to live there. Everything that reminds you of being Sailor Scout America. You're America, yet your last names are Japanese. And start a new life in Europe. Miriam.
Gotcha! Come on! It's not that bad. Suicide's never the answer.
No, you're right. Suicide's not the answer. It's murder!
No. Murder is not the answer either. Think about it. What would Superman do in a situation like this?
Can it be Superman from Red Sun?
No.
Can it be Ultraman?
No.
Superman. RBT lover. I would keep pushing on, and believe in myself. That is the way to do.
What a nice guy. Behold.
She left us? I can't believe she did something like that! Yeah, that was completely stupid. Lena, she heard more than any thought. You refused to accuse her of being killed, so notice the pain she got inside. Ow!
What was that?
I hit my head!
Why?
Because the line that's stupid. I mean, you're right, Amy. But you have to concentrate and find out who's behind all this. Besides, this is her decision. We have to respect it. I'm not seeing this, but I'm giving the middle finger. Serena regained consciousness. Amy, don't try to talk, Serena. You have to rest for a while. No, you have to look for Mina. You have to get her back. Oh, Amy, you're the only one that cares about me. You're right.
If Trixie were here, she would say, don't you try.
Look, it's the only thing that'll actually make this any interesting. We'll talk about that later. Now, we're going to get you home so you can get some rest. Commas! Don't you understand commas and punctuation? After that, the girls brought Serena back to her home so she could get some rest. Then they went to Amy's home to continue their talk. So the last thing you told us that you received your powers for change for girls, am I right? Yep, but they are something else. Sometimes they appear to tell us that you're in trouble, so we transform, and then they made us follow them, so to you, so to where you are, so we can help you. I see. Well, all this is for now. This is all for now. Like you said before, we have to find out who's behind this, man. First, a strange kid shows up in school and tries to about me until the day I nearly killed Mina. Then a is cause for departure. You notice there's a pattern here. We have attacked one after another. First, I was attacked my weak point, my studies, the Mina and her feelings. You know what, I just already had a nice day of rage. I don't think that there's no way to feel how lack of characterization that is. We got to keep our eyes to read if we've been next. The next day, the girls were on their way to school, and suddenly they saw a brilliant light in the center of the street. And from there emerged dozens of green soldiers with well-made attack vehicles. After a platform emerged, the girls were shocked they saw Dr. Doom on top of it. This is impossible. I was sure it's definitely found in Latveria weeks ago.
Hear me, people of Japan! I, Dr.
Wait, you just said it was America! Continuity! Tom!
Japan, I, Dr. Von Doom, declare myself as your emperor, and
they are people decide to have a new ruler. The AR people. I get it. The AR people decide to have a new ruler. The AR people will choose them maybe on behalf of the moon. I will punish you. Ow! You're against Sailor Moon! I thought you learned your lesson the last time we fought! Is it just me, or is this actually worse than the other fix? Well, I can barely tell who's talking! You and the others have at least some kind of idea. That doesn't matter. I'll fight you again if necessary, on ellipses. She's not alone! We are here to help you, Sailor Moon. So you got reinforcements! Very well, let me show you my own reinforcements! Meet the Nation of Domination! Suddenly, one man emerged from inside Dr. Doom, and Skulker saw who he was. One man? You know what? I don't care anymore. Malachite! Yes, Malachite. You came from the future. Or from the past. His character was from the future, but never mind. Nice to see you again, Sailor Moon. This time, I'll have my revenge now. Not yet, Malachite! I want them to be the other men of the Nation of Domination! Saw yourself! It was the most horrible thing you ever saw. Hi, this Air Scouts! Tuxedo Mask! No! This is impossible! You can't be with them! To be continued.
Alright, some ponies getting married, some ponies get... Oh man, this is so exciting. I can't wait. Wait, how does this go? Oh, hi RPG lover. We're back. I was just ready. We had to get ready preparations for two of our members of our Lunaverse cast. This is gonna be so exciting. I hope you don't mind. Listen, how about I make this up to you? Pinkie Pie needs somebody to help her with the party decorations, and to help taste the cupcakes. And Dinky needs somebody to help with her flower dress, and Sleepbell needs somebody to sing off of.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
And how about you go hang with them for a bit, and I'll handle the rest of this.
Okay, thank you. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Oh, I am pretty positive I am going to need it. Okay, people. I'm back. And, by the way, what's the news that for the Lunaverse cast? Well, I'll let you know in a special announcement video tomorrow. But first, let's finish this baby. Alright, Fondue. Thanks to a special weapon I got from one of my loyal viewers, my lightsaber, I'm ready to defeat you. Once and for all. Let's end this together. One last try, guys. Part 7. Birth of a New Princess.
When Serena saw Tuxedo comment on the side of Dr. Doom, she walked toward him and tried to talk to him.
Tell me that this is not true. Tell me that you haven't turned your back on us again, please.
This time I've opened my eyes, Serena. This time I'm sure of what I want. Don't try to make me change my mind, because you won't succeed.
No! I love you with all my heart. I know that you still care about me and are menaced to protect the innocent.
I care about you, Serena, but look, you spend all your life defending people around you, but you don't receive any reward for it. Please, beloved, join us and be our queen, so you, ellipses. Amy couldn't hold herself, but she could lift herself.
Liar. That's the same crap Doom told me.
Well, actually, he told you this whole entire malarkey about your friends being cruel, but kind of find out they weren't right.
I'm not going to let you hurt Sailor Moon. Mercury ice bubbles. Blast!
But Sailor Moon putted herself forward in the way of Amy's shot, covering herself with Lunar Scepter. The unexpected happened. This fake immediately became straight new Senshi. The Lunar Scepter reversed the shot, and Sailor Mercury was turned into ice statue in mere seconds.
Sailor Mercury! Oh, frack! What did I do again?
Well, when she tried to run towards her friend, Tuxedo commented told her harm and pulled her against him. Hug me! Please, my love, join me and my friends, and we will live forever in peace. Just you and me.
No, just look what you made me do. I care about you and I love you as much as you love me, but you're a side of evil again. I'll be forcing you to please you. Please don't make me do it again.
Author's note. They fought in the Negaverse, remember? No, because I've never seen this show before. I don't remember because I wasn't there. Hearing this, he trode.
Trode? I think that's troweled. You mean like the guardian tool? Yes, I'm guessing.
Okay then, you want to fight me? Let's fight. Combining words with actions, he threw a rose to her. Yasaki was able to move, but the flower made it deeply wounded her. Deeply? Madly? Seeing the princess in trouble, the other Senshi attacked him.
Jupiter! Thunder! Chaos! Fire and soul!
But both of them were surprised. Okay, I think that's spelled right. But their attacks were repelled by a strange force field. That's when they heard the voice of doom.
Fools! You think that you can attack us like that? Now you will witness the death of your beloved princess and my coronation as ruler of the world!
That is when the awesomeness of the Avengers came in and fought Doom to a standstill. At least that's what I hope would happen, that the Avengers would come in. But the Avengers are not coming in. Nor is the Justice League. Sorry. Suddenly, a 15-foot steel cage emerged from the floor and trapped Sailor Moon inside along with Tuxedo Comet and Dr. Doom. Meanwhile, Kunzite prepared to fight the rest of the Senshi. Well, Sailor Senshi. This time, I will not be defeated. Welcome to die! Sailor Mars, you help baby. I'll control this guy. You mean you're going to mental mind wipe him? Okay. Sailor Mars got in front of Sailor Mercury and infused her fire to unfroze the girl. That must have been one tame flame. But she caused minor burns on her in the process. How? Sorry for that, Ami, but that was the only way to do it. You think I would know better.
Now I know what a lobster feels when you put it in the boiling water. Don't worry about it. Let's help out Jupiter.
Well, actually, if, I may, let me, go consult, somebody here. I need an expert here on, lobsters. If you excuse me a second, excuse me, hey, expert on lobsters, I need you for a minute. If you come with me here, this here, yeah, you over here, this is my mom. She's a expert on lobsters. She usually has some experience. Tell me, how quick is a lobster's death when they hit boiling water?
Some say immediately.
See, so it's pretty obvious it's immediately. Thank you, Miss Expert. So basically, Fondue, what were you thinking? I swear to freaking Celestia, you have no idea how the world works or grammar works. Well, I'm going to really enjoy this. Oh, God. Jupiter was in trouble. Malachi blocked all her attacks and was about to hit her with a powerful energy beam when the other Senshi got in there to stop her.
Mercury ice bubbles. Blast!
The attack took Malachi by surprise. In mere moments, he found himself covered by ice. But
Using his powers, he was unable to unfroze himself. Not for you, Malachite. Now's my turn. So! Malachite was able to block part of the attack, but was badly burned. Nice. The other says he couldn't, but Miss OC could. Seeing your opponent errors here, the sailor says he combined their powers to finish him up. Fire Soul!
Mercury! Aqua! Vessi!
Gemini! Thunder! Okay, salty, powerful beam coming towards him. What's the someone's beam has 3 attacks coming at once? You got me this time, but I'll be back. Again. Arg. In seconds, he turned to about Elvasis. Dash. With their enemy destroyed, Sailor Senshi run toward the area where the Steel Cage was located to help Sailor Moon, who was in a fight to several predicament, fighting Tuxedo Mask at the same time. Sailor Mercury was in the first to arrive, and horrified. She was inside the cage where her uniform ripped apart several areas, blood coming out of the wounds made by Tuxedo Mask's roses. Dash. She knew that Sailor Moon wasn't fully recovered from the first encounter with Gulfaria, since she tried to. It's been what, 2 months? Since she tried to climb the cage, but as soon as she touched it, she was thrown away by a discharge of energy that was eliminated from the cage. The other Senshi helped her up, trying to do the same, but they got the same results. Dash. Mercury took out her computer and started snap on it, trying to find a weak spot in the cage so they could get in and save the princess from starting Dash. Dash. Inside the cage, Serena was trying to keep herself alive, while Tuxedo Mask was throwing roses at her. Dr. Doom used the laser blast, desperately trying to use her tiara against Dr. Doom, but it was destroyed by one of his laser shots. Then she tried to use the laser sensor, but a rose cut in her hand, so he made her dodge it. Dash. Seeing her weapons neutralized, he tried to do something in normal case she wouldn't do. Crying, run towards Tuxedo Comet, attempting a physical attack, but he was stopped by a fist of Tuxedo Mask and impacted her face, making her fall. She felt blood coming out of her mouth as he looked down. Dash. The pain she felt in her heart was bigger, but the pain she felt in her body was because the man she loved to death was attacking her more than anything she could. Final chapter, huh, Doom? You had to give me 2 last chapters! 2 giant paragraphs! 1 last round! Come on! You wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Darien, how could you?
I'm sorry, my love, but you forced me to do this. Join us, and your sufferment will cease. Again, 2,768 words on Google. Sailor Moon stood up, and she walked towards Dr. Doom with silver crystal in hands. Outside the cage, Steel Cage! Sailor Mercury was trying to find a solution to their problem on her computer when Sailor Mars interrupted her. Mercury, look. What is he doing? Ami gasped when she saw Sailor Moon walking toward Doom with the silver Quinchito in her hands.
Oh my god, no. Please, Chisaki, don't do it.
What's she going to do?
Either she's going to give the crystal to him, or she's going to kill herself releasing the power of it. Knowing as Serena as I do, I know she's going to do the second one. She's kind of an idiot like that. We have to do something before she kills herself. Come on!
Meanwhile, Serena got in front of Doom to erase the crystal.
Well, I see that you're a smart girl, Serena. Now, give me the Quinchito!
She turned to see Tuxedo Mask.
You hurt me more than anything could ever hurt me. Now I have no reason to live. I'll do what I have to preserve peace on this planet. Goodbye, my good friends. Moon Crystal, give me your power. Serena, don't.
Dr. Doom saw an incredible blast of light when the Quinchito released its full power on him, and Sailor Moon who flew about 20 feet before falling to the ground. The rest of the Senshi ran towards her, and Tuxedo Mask was unconscious by the sudden blast. The only thing he found Doom was his burned mask. Ami got precise Sailor Moon to check her vital signs.
She's in a coma. We have to get to her hospital. Quick!
After a few minutes, Serena was in the intensive care unit, ICU, at Tuxedo Central Hospital. One of the nurses came out to talk to Ami, who was waiting in his room. You're Ami Anderson, right?
Yes, but apparently I changed my name to Dr. Mizuno in one chapter, and now it's back to Ami.
Please, have a seat.
How are my friends?
I'm sorry, but the guy in the tuxedo suite.
The what?
You're asleep! You're asleep!
You're cute too.
But that's not the real problem. The blonde girl's pregnant. We don't know how long she's going to be in a coma, but where? Over there, over there, over there. Going to do all we can to save both of them. Ami was shocked very deeply. Darien dead. Serena pregnant. It was all too much for her. Before fate, she remembered that a month ago, Serena told her about a little secret date she got with Darien before. Now she understood what that little secret was. Serena talked about what then was. She gave herself to Darien that night. Then, blackness. A few minutes later. Oh my. She awoke in a bed. After a few moments, she realized that she was in the hospital. She sat on a bed and saw Nina and Sarah looking out the window.
Girls, how long have you been there?
Since you brought you here. The nurse told us about Serena and Darien. What are we going to do? What's going to happen when Luna finds out about this?
What, dear? Luna, come here, please.
Yes?
What I'm about to tell you is very serious. More than a month ago, Serena told me about a secret date she got with Darian. She told me about a little secret they got. An hour ago, a nurse told me she was pregnant. I was too was shocked that I fainted. Now that we had to do what we held her. Before we released her power to Gwen she was entering terrible depression. Once she recuperates and found out that she's suspecting a baby, she may get worse. One of the things that you don't want her to be mad at her for what she does. Don't be mad at her, you say. I was supposed to guide her and make her a good queen, and now she got herself pregnant! Woo! Ellipses. Oh my god, the ellipses are back! It's just I failed her to the Queen Serenity. Iris put a paw on her head. Luna, don't be so hard on yourself. They loved each other more than we ever know. Well, you decided to let it flow. Ew. Maybe, but she wasn't supposed to do that until she got married with him. Anyway, they will get married now. Fate not land. Darian died in battle. What? This is what I thought. Now she's going to have a baby with her father. Maybe you're right, Ami. Maybe we have to give her support. How's she now? She's still in a coma. The nurse told me they don't know how long she would be like that. 3 weeks later, Usagi awoke in the hospital. First thing she saw was Amy sitting in a chair in bed. Serena, how do you feel? Every bone in my body hurts, Ami. Don't worry, Serena. You'll be fine. Now get some rest. A moth layer. A moth? Oh my god! It's Mothra! Serena was released from the hospital room and went through. Once there, Ami talked to her about his pregnancy. And Serena couldn't expect it since he was expecting a baby and his father was dead. She told Amy to call her mother, and then she wants to leave. Once she was alone with her mother, she told her about it. Then she cried in her mother's arms like she had never cried before. After that, with the help and support of her parents and friends, she was able to accept that she was about to become a mother. And 9 moths! Mothra. Later, a little girl was born, and Serena named her Rini. She was the new princess of the moon. From there, Serena started to become the new queen of the moon. Epilogue. In Latveria, a man wearing a green cape was witnessing all the events that took place in the life of Serena Susinko. Suddenly, another man appears from the shadows and was covering the room where he was. The only illumination there was to reflect the crystal ball he was using to see the girl's life. Your new mask is ready, my lord.
Very well. Bring it to me at once.
Yes, my lord. After a few moments, the man returned carrying a steel mask. He gave it to the man in the green cape.
Enjoy your life now that you can, Sailor Moon. Because sooner or later, Dr. Von Doom will strike again. And this time will be final!
You got that right.
What?
Me and the girls have finally had it out to here with you. Now, we're going to put a stop to all your fanfics and to everything you've done to ruin our lives. We won't let you harm any more worlds.
Well then, can you really do it alone, Usagi?
You don't know me very well. I'm not alone. I never was.
What?
Mercury power. Mars power. Jupiter power. Venus power. Uranus power. Neptune power. Pluto power. Saturn power. You see, here's the thing. Your fanfics may be bad and depressing. They may make people sad to read or angry. But you see, the thing is, the heart of the show, the stuff that the people love about the characters in the world, they won't fade away. They will never disappear, no matter what. And Martial Art Freak User's review will show you exactly what he means. Thank you, Usagi. You see, here's my end thoughts about this fic and all of Von Doom's fics.
You see, he's in pain.
What? But, let's talk about this particular fic. I know you heard my little brother earlier talk about how pointless the deaths are, and they kind of are. You see, here's the thing about watching stuff like D Point at the end of Sailor Moon Classic, or the Senshi's death on the end of Stars. By that point, we have become so close to the Senshi on the original series that when they die so tragically, we still feel that death. Mainly because we've bonded with Usagi over the course of 45 episodes. We've bonded with the Senshi over the course of those episodes. To see them die still hurts even when you rewatch the episode again. It's like watching Spock's death or watching a really good death sequence. You know when it's going to happen. So, even when you watch the episode again and seeing that death, you know how painful it is. And with stars, you know that those star seeds are the only way they can come back to life. Those star seeds are the only way they can come to life. Without them, they can't come back. So you need to save the star seeds in order to save the people. So when they died and they got their star seeds taken, the death became more permanent, and it became more tragic, and it became more sad. But, and there's another fic where Galaxy shows up where they use this to its full potential, and it is awesome, but we'll get to that. But there's more to this fic that really ticks me off. Dr. Doom, who inspired Darth Vader, is my favorite comic book villain of all time. I love villains who have a good backstory about them, who are smart, and take the time to come up with plans within plans, so even if you win, you technically lose. I also love villains who show other sides to them, like for instance, Doom can be a good ruler. He is a great ruler. He's also somebody who really cares about his people. I love villains who also show that they can be good. I mean, Emperor Doom is one of my favorite graphic novels because of how you would think, oh, Dr. Doom is taking over the world. It's a dystopia. But it's not. Doom takes over the world, and it's a utopia. Everybody's happy. Yeah, they lost their will, but everybody's happy. He created paradise. That's what I love about him. But this is not Doom. This is, I would say, an 80s villain, but after sitting through Day of Broken Fang, no, that's not. He's just a cardboard cutout who thinks he's Doom.
Ow! What's going on?
All your hatred hasn't broken him yet. Not to mention the twist of Rainey being born just was unneeded. The OCs were badly developed, as usual. Character death, badly done OCs, and nobody was in their right mind. The only thing that was missing from this fic was an attempted rape scene, and we would have had everything that is bad about Doom's works. Everything that's here, you could probably say about any of the others. This is a perfect amalgamation of it all. And of course, the grammar does seem to have gotten worse. When RPG Lover said this thing was worse than the others, I want to agree with him. Because the character destruction of Doom was worse than any of the other stuff, even when it came to the Terminator. The plot points that were dropped, like Minako's Surge, the Dragon Emerald, just was sad. And the character destruction of each of the Senshi, especially Makoto, was worse here than anything else in the other fics. Sometimes we got to see Rayman, but as I explained, none of the Senshi would ever argue or yell or bash each other as badly as this fic does. When you watch the original series, read the manga, you see 5 girls who are willing to stand together, who are willing to stand through anything. They wouldn't do something like this. They understand each other's weaknesses, but they also understand each other's strengths. The way he had portrayed the Senshi is like going to a fic and portraying Applejack as anything less than dependable. As anything less than, look, you got your troubles, I got them too, but you put your troubles on my shoulder, I'll be right there beside you. It's like portraying Twilight as anything less than smart or willing to help others. Kind of like a Mike fic, actually. But, there's a reason why I was enjoying highlighting this. What? Because this was my past. I remember used to liking this, but over time, I've grown to know what a good fanfic is and what a bad one is. Thanks to the likes of It's a Dangerous Business, Fallout Equestria, Elements of Harmony, Savior of Worlds, or Day of Broken Fang. I've grown to learn what I like about fanfics, what I like in a good story, what I want out of the stories I want to read. And over time, I realized
I kind of need fics like this once in a while. I mean, I don't always like looking at these. I really do enjoy looking at the good ones for the show. But reading stuff like Doom makes me appreciate Day of the Broken Fang all the more. Sure, I love highlighting the good stuff, but that's because I now know what the good stuff is. I know what to look for in a good story. I think I liked what reading Day of the Broken Fang last week because it served as a perfect counterpart comparison to Von Doom. Von Doom had characters out of character. Day of Broken Fang, in character. The character death was weak in Von Doom. Duke's death was beautiful. The characters' power levels were horribly altered in this. Everything made sense in Day of the Broken Fang. But you see, that's what I do this fic for. Because it's helped to remind me of where I came from. Of what lies behind me. And how my tastes have changed. And how one improves their lives. But it's like how I've also gone to learn how good I've become as a writer. We have to look at some of the bad to appreciate the good. You'll know on Fandom Fridays that I've only got about 8 really bad stories. While the rest are really good ones that I've enjoyed, like Day of the Broken Fang. Again, because I now know what it is that I want out of a good story. What I want out of a good fanfic. What makes a good fanfic as opposed to a bad. If I had done Fandom Fridays and only stuck with the bad ones like Von Doom, I would never be able to understand why I love Day of the Broken Fang so much, or why Vala Equestria is good to me. I would never understand the greatness of it because I wouldn't know what the bad is. So basically what I'm saying is, it's kind of like movie watching. If you stick with bad movies, sure, you're never going to know what its good is. Which is why I don't always stick with the bad fanfics. I use things like TV tropes. Or the groups. Or I read fanfics that are interesting to me. Like with movies, I watch films that are interesting to me. They might turn out to be good, they might turn out to be bad. The same thing goes for fanfics. If a fanfic is interesting for me, I'll go read it. Or sometimes I'll just check outside of my comfort zone. But it's because of things like Von Doom that help us all remember that there is a difference. That a good fanfic is something like Day of the Broken Fang. It sticks with you. It makes you happy to read it. And I don't look at this if you count about that reading. I look at how much it's been touching me because I'm still thinking about that fic. Von Doom, I'll probably will forget soon, but I think that's what we gotta take away from all this. Is that you always remember the bad. So thank you, Von Doom, for reminding me of where I came from. I don't know where you are now, or if you changed, or have become a better writer, or heck, you're actually somebody I know on FimFiction. But I want to thank you for giving this. And giving the people so much to enjoy.
Wait, he's psyching me?
Because we all know what is good and bad. And I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we might see each other again one day, and you might improve. Like we all will.
No.
So, that's the end of Von Dooms.
No. No.
And I think 9 certain girls want to give you a send-off, Von Doom. Toodles!
No. Stay back!
Moon! Cosmic! Power! Sailor Predator! Attack!
No.
And as for me, next week we're going to have another Fandom Fridays. But for right now, you might be wondering, will I showcase another series? Well, actually, I've been planning on it. And as for what that series is, for what you might be wondering, here's a hint.
Darth Vader, in the name of the moon, keep you wanted! I'll see you next time.